and Martyrs. To recap what happened last week, is our party started following the direction of El the Illusionist and solving his crisis that he had for them. And they met with a certain professor of the Genesis Academy that is willing to bend the rules a bit and make them some equipment to go into this area that has a negative effect on the mind. In return, the professor wanted a archive that he was restricted access to, as he's under suspicion. So the group snuck in, mostly Detective Spade, using an ability that he has not yet revealed to many, and was able to slide in seemingly undetected. However, the owl-like Telenial that guards the archive somehow saw through the disguise and confronted him, ensuing in battle, and gaining the help of El, started to be able to push back a bit, and when the Telenial was focused on El, he actually ran off and was able to get to Boulder, but before they even had a chance to intervene, El and the Telenial made a deal. And the Telenial let them take the archive so long as when they come across the place where the minds of many people are suffering, that they actually find a solution to this problem. And that is a deal they had made. So now we head back to the professor in order to give him this book and then complete the exchange and get the full money that they were promised in return for the living metal material.
Alright guys, this is it. We finally got it. Let's get this in there and get this thing done.
Yeah.
Then it's on our way. The next adventure. Let's do it. Whew. Whew.
Alright, going into...
Still a little sore.
Going into the basically professor's lounge. Again, you can easily find your way back to his door, where he is still in, and coming in as soon as he sees you. Just shut the door. And then he activates the barrier around the door again, around the room again. So, you have the archive?
We do.
Here's the book for you.
Yes, at the cost of my shoulder. Oh boy.
You were caught?
What? No, not really.
I leave that up to you. He puts it in like this drawer, and then you actually see kind of like this drawer almost came out of nowhere in his desk, and as he put it in, it just disappears. All right, well.
I have the remainder of the living metal.
And he takes like the remainder of like kind of just a big sack of platinum. This should be the rest of the amount that you are owed.
And I grab it and hand over the living metal.
And then for the items I requested?
We are almost done with them. I recommend you get a nice night's sleep here. And by morning, they should be ready.
I thought you were going to have those ready post-haste.
It's as quickly as we can. As we've never quite worked with this material before.
Alright, whatever. Where can we pick it up?
At this point, anyway, you guys have all been up for a while, and it's getting late at night anyway. As you guys haven't even slept since the camp, since the season started, so whatever exhaustion you guys are at, you're gonna want to replenish that before you go on this journey. I'll have it ready in my office in the morning. Come to me here around 8, between 8 and 9, and it should be ready by then.
Okay. Alright. Well, guess let's get some much needed rest.
I would agree with that.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
You would know a close by tavern It's not too far from the center, and it's actually also on the college campus, so you wouldn't even have to leave the campus all the way. And it's known to have pretty good food. It's actually where you were eating before, and it has pretty good food, and it has some level of beds and staying for inns and stuff like that. But they usually let you stay there a night or two at a time.
I can show you guys where you can board up if you'd follow me.
Alrighty.
I'll take my half of the payment.
Yeah.
Alright, we follow.
Alright, coming up to this building, it's pretty big. Looks like it could be 3 stories tall. It's multiple floors on this one, but it's not super wide. It's kind of narrow and tall. And there is actually 2 guards outside the front, but they don't look like Emerald Guard, like the actual official guard, but they are look like kind of bouncers, guards of this tavern and establishment themselves. And you see them armed with looks like some kind of sword on each hip. Not on each hip, but each person has a sword.
Eddie soldiers, no need to thank me. I just start walking right in.
Don't even pay attention to you. They actually open the door for you guys as you're coming in. And then immediately
Thank you, sir.
The atmosphere changes as you're in a much more lively environment of people passing around dishes. You see some people playing what looks to be some kind of game in the corner and like no, come on. And they're kind of like, looks like they were betting on it or something. They're changing money.
Well, this is my atmosphere, and if I wasn't so tired, I'd totally join. I'm going to bed if that's fine with you guys.
Are you staying here or are you going to the
I'd go back home.
Okay.
Well, I'll meet you back here in the morning. I'll be back here around 7. Gives you all a nice time
7:30,
to
I'll probably be up.
eat and be up. I'm going back to my house for the night.
Oh, I didn't know you had a residence here.
Getting ready for the journey. How
Learn
long?
something new every day.
How long do you expect this journey to be?
Week-ish?
I'll pack a couple trinkets accordingly then.
Do you know of any sort of bank? I don't want to carry around this much platinum on me.
I can hold it for you till we get back. I won't be going anywhere.
Honestly, he seems like as safe as a bank as ever.
I was about to say that. Yeah, honestly, whatever. I don't really care about monetary things. I'll come back for it. That's not me giving it to you, but worst case, I'll make some more money.
I like to keep my money.
Are you keeping any on hand?
Yeah, I have about 100 platinum on me still.
Okay. Alright. So, you guys obviously would have to approach the tavern, like the bar basically, in order to talk to the people there. There is one person who looks to be available, and she is also a lesser Kendoti, named Valara. She actually has a little name tag on there, so you can see that. And she was like serving some of the drinks. What can I do for you?
I need a room immediately, please. Thank you.
Room?
I would also like a room, preferably with a larger bed.
We do have a couple that they're more meant for 2 people, but they will totally work for you, and they're longer as well, so
Good.
should offer enough support. They may not be quite your size, but they should be close enough.
That works.
It's gonna be a gold for each of you for the whole night then.
Wait, mine is as much as his when his is huge?
Well, we're not allowed to charge extra for his size. There was a law passed.
Of course. Being inclusive. Alright, here we go.
I hand
That's
her one
very
of my-
expensive. This better be a great place.
Oh, we have top-notch rooms, yes.
Does this include breakfast?
Yes, breakfast is included, of course.
Thank goodness, good night. I walk away.
All right. Are you pretty much going right to bed then too?
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll go to Detective Spade. Are you going to the cathedral? Okay. Walking in, you see one of the clergy members instantly recognizes you in that form. Detective, should I get Priest Mills for you?
Sure. I'll let him know that I'll be here for a day.
All right. And he kind of walks away. Obviously, you know the layout of this place very well. Looks like the spare rooms that they have in here are kind of kept in the same order, and there is still one that is set aside as no longer says guest room, and you know that would be the room that you still have all your stuff in, all your belongings, and the place you call home.
Sort of unpack everything. I'm gonna sort out 200 platinum, and I'm gonna give that to Mills once he walks in.
Alright, you see he kind of like knocks on the door. Mr. Spade. Good to see you.
I shall be back for today, but then I'll be gone for another week.
Another week? Okay.
Yes, I am helping a strange fellow.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. He's missing an item. He hasn't really given me much information. Hard to trust him, to be honest with you, but I have a feeling there's a good cause in it, and he says he's bringing us to a place where we can help out hurt people. Wasn't very much information given.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope Zethlin guides your ways.
I appreciate that, and I have a gift for you. 200 platinum from my latest retreat.
This is necessary, are you sure?
Yes, I have plenty.
I will put it to good use. And he just kind of walks away.
They're not coming out of my paycheck.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
He tied it for you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're properly investing in
Alright.
coins.
So then the night goes by quickly for all of you as you were pretty exhausted. You can all reset your exhaustion bars back to 0%. And
Yesterday.
Say it.
then you two waking up. I mean, you slept okay. I mean, it'll be honest, like, what they said was gonna accommodate you didn't quite accommodate you.
Yeah.
As far as a bed. It was
7 foot long bed, though works for most people, doesn't work well
this
for
one
me.
was 9 foot long, but it's
Oh.
still just like half your feet are hanging off the edge. You know, it's like
Well, 2 feet, like...
yeah, yes. Well, sorry, all your feet are hanging off the edge. And it's still not the most comfortable, but you've something worse. At least the bed supported you weight-wise, so
That's good.
which sometimes does not always happen.
Mission accomplished.
And you slept beautifully. It was like a cloud mattress from the heavens is the best way to describe it. In fact, so comfortably. In fact, you slept until 7:30 in the morning, and then realizing how up the sun was, kind of had a jolt of awakeness.
What time is it? Is there a clock in the room?
Yes, there is.
Oh, I don't want to leave. This place was great. Oh, it was totally
So at
worth
this
it.
point, the two of you are probably down there
Yeah.
eating breakfast or talking or doing something to that effect.
Okay. And I finally get up, open the door, walk down. Obviously with grabbing my stuff.
All right.
Do they serve anything like coffee here? I had it in my hometown. I'm not sure if it's common in this area. It wasn't at that fishing town, sadly.
I'm sure they probably have something here. I'm not much of a visitor of this place.
You see the same one of the same workers from last night. She's actually working again this morning. Valara. So she's still here, serving some tables. She comes around to yours. Anything else I can get for you guys?
Do you have anything like coffee here?
Oh yeah, we have coffee. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd take a cup of that.
Oh, there you guys are. Oh.
Anything for you, sir?
Such a great anything that, fills the tongue. You decide.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do what we can.
Lots of proteins and stuff. I use a lot of energy.
Understandable.
I also need a lot, so probably a dozen eggs
A
for
lot
me.
is
So
an understatement
after
for him.
the 6 eggs you already ate.
Yeah, a dozen more.
Okay. All right. And, this is gonna rack up the bill a little bit.
It is what it is.
Close to probably like 7 silver.
I can do that.
Oh my goodness, that's an expensive meal, boy.
I have to eat a lot.
I understand, I guess.
You would also know that compared to some smaller towns, the food in this city is not the cheapest. Especially at places like taverns, they tend to drive the price up a little bit. It's also a common tourist city, so a lot of people from out of town come here too, so they kind of jack up the prices overall. If you know the good spots though, like the kind of smaller taverns, you can usually get the better deals there. But this is a very open to the campus tavern, and it gets a lot of visitors. So.
Okay.
Well, how'd you guys sleep?
It's not the worst.
Yeah, I assume it's probably not easy to find a bed that fits
No.
your stature.
Yeah, there have been many bad nights, but this was not terrible.
Dude, I will tell you what, I slept better than I have, and I don't even know how long. It was great.
That's good.
My shoulder feels really, really stiff, but other than that, pretty good.
Well, I expect much more from you today then.
Thanks, Bad. Well, okay, we're gonna have to speed this up and get out of here so we can get on our journey.
So you said we're heading toward the north? Where might we be heading?
Woo!
At this point, just start giving us more details.
Like I said, I don't know exactly where this place is because I have this feeling that guides me to where I need to go, and that's how I know where it is. I don't actually know on the map where it is, and I don't know what's around it.
Do you know how far it might be?
Like I said, it's about a week, and you gotta walk through a forest for a part of it, and then you get there. And you may have to circumvent some guards, but other than that,
You may have to what?
What did you just sneak into that?
may have to circumvent some guards, but it's
Sacrifice some god.
not sacrifice anything. You are a very dark man.
Then what
As
did you say?
Which, was quoted to me recently. But anyway, I said we may have to circumvent some guards. Just because
That's better than
apparently...
sacrificing.
Yeah, a lot better, yeah. No, apparently the road is blocked off. And it's probably because of the weird things going on up there. So...
We're already going through a forest. Wouldn't that get us around them?
No, that's later. We gotta
No.
take the main road north,
Oh,
and that part's blocked off. So we're just gonna have to figure out a way around it.
That shouldn't
Maybe
be
take a
too
little more of a
terrible.
beaten path, or talk our way through. Either way, we'll figure it out.
All right.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
All right. So then heading to the professor's house.
Mhm.
Yep.
So heading to where he is at, again, pretty easy to find. You're at a tavern that's still on campus. You can basically walk across the main center of it and find him pretty easily. So it's just right at the same lounge area you were in before. You go right to his office. And actually, as you open up the door, there's no one in there, but you see 2 devices and like a note.
Only 2?
Is that the stuff? And I
It
take the note and
says,
read
says
it.
4L and his companions.
Oh, well, apparently this is it. What does the devices actually look like?
They have like 3 main like points to them, and they're all kind of connected. And it looks like there's something that just sits like on your forehead, and they just have like three glowing dots on them. Just very subtle glow, very subtle. Not like they're just shining at everyone.
Well, these are a fashion statement if I've ever seen them. You guys are gonna love this.
So, we only need 2 of them? Does that mean you're covered or
You
something?
do notice L on the back of the card. He says, "P.S. Press the middle one."
Great. So apparently to activate this, you just press the middle one. It's got to be on your forehead, and that's about it. So yeah, I don't need one. This bad boy's got me covered. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah, we don't need to wear these right now, right? I don't want to
no.
be in public with this.
What do you mean? It's so fashionable. I'm kidding. All right, no, you don't have to wear it now. It'll be when you get there. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I take mine. I hand you yours.
All right. Let's do this thing.
I guess.
I'm gonna start leading the way out the door to start our journey.
Something that's a little intangible, but both Boulder and Detective Spade, you do feel like just like this pit in your stomach about like going around the guards. It's just like something about as soon as he said that, it's just like the gut feeling is telling you this is just not a good idea.
Are you sure we should go around the guards?
Oh, I mean, that would be the easiest way, but I mean, we could try and talk our way through it.
Let's do that first. I think it'd be the better choice.
Okay.
Alright, so to get there quickly enough, you guys will need to procure some kind of transportation. You would both know that Mesagoria has ground transportation that is similar to that boat you came on, where they're enhanced by inscriptions to move very quickly without the need of any kind of beast to pull it. And they are probably the quickest way to travel on land. And they are rentable.
What are they called?
Land skiffs.
Okay. So, looks like we'll just need to get ourselves a good old land skiff and get on out of here.
I know exactly where to find that.
I haven't
by
been on
all
one of those
means.
before. That's
Lead the way,
interesting.
sir.
Alright, leading the way, you kind of have to go back down the layers of the city and get more to the bottom layer that has a lot more docks, a lot more. There's actually several bridges that go across the river to back onto the main road. One of them goes north, and that would be the path you'd have to take. And there are skiffs for rent. They look almost like a mixture between a boat and a cart, where they have like some of that boat shape to them, but they have like these bigger wheels on the side, and they looks like they can hold between 4 to 6 passengers, or less, and some cargo.
Do either of you guys know how to drive one of these things?
I was hoping you would.
I mean, I could try and figure it out.
I mean, otherwise we get a couple of mounts. That might be easier for the 3 of us.
That's potentially true, but
It'll be
wouldn't these
slower,
be faster?
Then we don't need a captain.
Or we
Yeah.
could just figure it out.
But also, wouldn't we have to take care of any said mounts? And I'd rather not, to be honest. I'm sure I can figure it out, guys. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. So I just walk up to wherever the people are that I can rent it from.
Alright, so you see a male human manning the station. How can I help you today?
Yes, we would like to rent one of the land skiffs, please, for
Yes.
about 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Alright. 2 weeks.
So aren't we only gonna be gone for 1 week?
That is what he told us.
Hey, it's there and back. Come on, guys, keep up.
That is not what he said.
I said it takes a week to get there.
That's only to get there, so we have stuff to do there. It's probably gonna be a 3-week trip.
I think with the land skiffs, it would probably be just a little over a week round trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they would move quickly enough.
Oh, right, yeah. Because that's a week by foot. Yeah, week by foot, which would make this.
It'd actually be
A lot faster,
a little under a
actually.
week even of a round trip.
Okay, then a week and a half, just to be safe, you know?
Week and a half?
Yeah.
That's better.
Alright, that's just gonna be just 1 gold.
Not too bad.
We'll just do a silver a day, pretty much.
You guys want to pay for it? I did get you guys a pretty good bonus with the.
Well, I did have to break one of my platinums earlier, so I handed him a piece of gold.
Thank you.
I'm not the most wealthy
Although,
person.
if there's any damage on the vehicle, you will have to pay for all the damages.
Yeah, we're the best
All
drivers
right.
ever.
Yeah.
Alright, sign your names here, and that way it's official, and if you don't return it, we will find you.
All right.
We have our ways.
My
you actually
casual
see, like,
folder signature.
Uh,
Do you have tutorials on how this exactly functions?
have you ever driven a boat?
Sure.
It basically functions in a very similar way, like kind of steering a ship.
That seems easy enough.
I assume I can
Okay,
figure it out.
yeah. How do you
Yeah.
activate it?
All you have to do is press the middle button on the steering.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah,
What a
we simplified
coincidence.
it. You used to have to recite the entire inscription, and that was a long process, and no
Yeah.
one wanted to do that. So we actually have this device that just triggers the reaction itself.
Technology
Well,
can be
that's
pretty
perfect.
cool.
Yes.
You see, he has these 2 dog-like creatures next to him, and they kind of actually go out and they sniff, and then they kind of go back in.
You checking me out, dogs?
No, they're marking your scent in case you don't come back, and they find you.
Oh, hi.
The Petrolictos don't lose their targets.
Well, I'll just tell you boys right now that I am a very faithful man,
Let's
and
just
I
get on the
really like
landscape.
coming back on time. So don't you guys worry.
Let's get on the lands.
You see, like, both of them kind of, like, tilt their head at you. It's like,
Good boys.
alright. He points you to, like, the one that you'll be using, and he actually goes over, and there's, like, this kind of mechanism wrapped over it. It looks kind of like a chain, but it's a little bit different, and goes over. It actually has, like, some energy running through it as well, and he puts in this certain kind of key, unlocks it, and it releases the skiff, and he's like, alright, should be available for you to use.
How do you prevent people from stealing it?
Without these keys, they'll never be able to get it out.
How do I prevent somebody from stealing it from me?
Well, so we actually keep this in the vehicle, so you can tie it up to anything and lock it.
Oh,
okay.
okay, all right, that's great.
And here's the key.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a safe journey.
All right.
Thank you
so
very much,
now we decide who drives it.
guys. I got this.
But I don't know if you got this.
No, you don't even know. I got.
I would love to drive this, but I think Detective Spade is the right person for the job.
Acrobatic skill just allows me to feel
Acrobatics?
out the boat.
You drive.
All right, how about this? You can drive, but if you break it, you're buying it.
Fine,
You're
someone else
responsible for
buy
any
it.
damages.
Someone else break it and buy it. I can't afford that.
All I'm saying is, I'm not gonna pay for any expenses on your cost. You know?
Yeah, I say you drive it. You'll have the best chance of doing it, probably.
Well, I can see what I got.
All right. Why don't you just make a general intelligence check?
12.
It's decent.
All right, easy enough. You're smart enough to figure that out. And this controls, like he said, are very self-explanatory. You press the middle button and you see like the all glow, this like green energy glow throughout the vehicle. Like I said, it very much looks like a boat with wheels. It's kind of funny, but as soon as you activate it, you actually see the wooden, they're steel wheels actually compress and like almost look like they have give to the metal on the wheels.
Is there like a gear system in this or no?
No, nothing you see. There is. It's just like as you press the wheel forward, it just starts going.
All right, where are we off to?
North.
Just the North Road, the main highway. So, yeah, and you just keep going.
All right, why don't you just make just straight roll just to see how well you can drive this thing on that path overall.
14.
That is very
Easy.
good.
All right, so as you go past, they lift the gate of the city for you, and driving through the terrain is beautiful. It is like this time of year. It is a little cold in the north. It's a little bit chillier as you keep heading more north, but this and honestly, the wind of you flying through as fast with this thing is what's chilling the most. As there is some like the shape of the vehicle does go up to some degree, so it shields some of the wind, especially when you're sitting down. But whoever's driving it, you definitely feel the chill. So you have to kind of put on a jacket. It's getting kind of cold. You might even need to take a break and whatnot. But
I can drive for you.
But it does get cold quickly. And then as you're going, I mean, you've never driven anything going this fast before. It's kind of exhilarating. In our it's almost like close to like 60 miles an hour, like in our speed. So it's pretty significantly faster than how we would normally walk.
So it's like going on a highway for the first time.
Yeah, pretty much. It's somewhere in that range of 60.
Holy crap! This thing is awesome!
Why don't you just make another roll to see how well you can anticipate any like things that happen on the road, or like how fast you can react to terrain changes and stuff like that.
Another 14.
All right, you did great. As you guys keep going, you see the beautiful beautiful landscape here. It's mostly plains until you get a little bit closer to where a fort is of the garrison. It's one of the most northern forts, and towards this area, there's actually like a lot of like even like flowers in the field. And the very very tall grass. And you're leaving like the early of the morning, so you get like the best lighting. It's really a really nice drive. As you start to approach where the road would branch off to go to this garrison, you actually see there is about 5 Emerald Guard on the road, and they start kind of like waving towards you.
Well,
And start
looks
to slow
like
down.
this is our stop, boys.
That it is.
How's it going?
What's your business here?
Oh, we're just heading up north.
Right now, heading up north isn't really an option.
Why is that?
There's been a leak of a toxic substance. We're not permitting the public to go up there right now.
Hey, funny you should. I was going up there to check on stuff. I'm actually an investigator. I was actually gonna look into the matter and see if I could be any help.
I don't believe we've called for any investigators at this juncture.
No, you haven't. But I was just gonna offer my services as a good faith, goodwill for the government.
He's extremely talented, and he has been all over the nation of Lantheon.
Can I see your license? It should have shown me your record a little bit.
Oh yeah, here you are.
Okay. I'll have to talk to my captain. I'll be back. So he leaves to go do that. You see kind of the rest of the soldiers are forming a little bit of a barrier in the road. And they kind of, you see farther right and left, there is soldiers like out in the field, like actually watching for things too.
And that is why we don't go around the road. Plus, taking this thing off-road Probably a bad idea.
Hey, have you guys ever driven one of these things?
Yeah, we take them all the time to get out to these kind of forts in the outskirts, way quicker than on foot.
This is the first time I've driven one. I gotta say, they are something else.
Yeah, they are. And like you see, one of the guys piped up. They never even let me drive them. I've ridden it a few, but I still can't get them to let me drive the thing.
Hey man, I'm in the same boat.
You fall off of one horse, and suddenly you can't drive anything.
Well,
you
are
keep
kind of
practicing.
expensive, but yeah, maybe someday.
Then the soldier comes back. The captain would like to talk to you directly. He's coming out now. He just wants to verify a couple things. And you see the captain kind of approach. So and he hands you back through the license. So, Detective Spade, you're here to offer your services?
Yes, just as I'm just here to help.
Well, we don't know a lot of what's happening up there. We're given very limited instructions. We're just trying to get some of the villagers out. But whatever's wrong up there, it's affecting the minds of these people. And we can only have our soldiers up there for so long at a time. We found that any time longer than a few hours even is detrimental.
Mm-hmm.
So we set them up on land skiffs to try to bring back a few villagers each time, but it's been a very, very slow process.
Interesting. I believe we have come across an item that might be able to help us out up there. I think we could do a lot of good work if you let us through.
What kind of item?
I'm not exactly sure. It's just a prototype. We haven't ever used it.
It's in its testing phase. We wouldn't even know if it's legitimate.
Are you a scientist?
You could say that.
These are my companions. They are going to help me research the area, see if we can't find anything going on up there. And
Where
really,
do you come from?
Just Messagoria.
Are you with the Genesis Academy?
We have our connections there, yes.
Yeah.
That's where we heard about it.
Which professor?
It was Professor Lantheon.
And Professor Veldar.
Veldar? That's a name I can respect. Well, if he has any backing in this... Okay. I will let you pass, but be warned. We cannot promise your safety beyond this point.
That's okay. Is there any way we can find you and get in contact if we send people on out, or a place we should send them if we can get villagers out of here?
If you can get them out, just bring them back to roughly this location. Basically, as far as we know, around 100, 200 feet beyond this point is where the effect starts to take place. And the closer you get to the forest, the worse it gets.
And can I get your name, sir, just so I can report any information back to you if I gain any?
Yes. He's also a lesser Kendodi. My name is Captain Lythor, sorry. He knows his own name, guys, I promise. It's Lythor. Lythor.
Name's Lee.
All right.
My name's Rock. Oh, sorry, Boulder.
Well, we will be on our way then for you.
I hope to hear from you then. May Zethlin be with you.
You as well.
Alright, then, are you guys just heading straight forward then?
Well, I'd say we go 100 feet and then I sort of stop the skiff and just...
we put on our little...
I just ask him, so where do we go from here? What do we do now that we are...
Well, all I know is
past
that
this?
we're supposed to go up through the forest, and then there's a specific point in the forest where I will tell you that we need to stop and tie up the skiff, and then walk the rest of the way.
So is it still up this road here then?
Yep, just keep going on this road.
Should we put on our little headband?
Oh,
thingies?
definitely.
Yeah, okay.
I've never felt the effects myself, but I've heard it's not great.
Alright, stick them on. Should we not tie up the skiff outside of the forest because we don't want to get this thing lost in there?
Well, no, I mean, there's a whole path going down there. It's fine.
Yeah, there's an entire road that goes through the forest,
Okay.
so it's a pretty well refined
All
and
right.
defined road too. So,
We push on then.
all right, so you activate the headband things.
Yep.
Press
All
the
right,
middle
so
button.
pressing them, you feel it kind of like almost like stick to your head a little bit stronger, and then it doesn't hurt or anything. It just kind of like sticks there, and you definitely feel it, and you just feel like a little bit of like a pulse feeling through your head for a moment, and then everything feels relatively normal. All right. Then pushing forward, nothing strikes your attention too much, and then you get to the forest. The scenery then changes significantly, and it gets much. It's a pretty dense forest, except for like the path carved out for this road. As you're going through it, it's a pretty wide path. Looks like two of these skiffs could fit, like one going the opposite direction, one going there. So it's still a pretty big road. And at a certain point, about like maybe a mile or two into this forest, you stumble upon what looks to be a village kind of off to the side, and you see there's actually a skiff there right now of soldiers trying to like grab some villagers, and you see like they're like no, and they're like throwing things, and like the soldiers are trying, like it's like 3 soldiers trying to like grab the people as they're like kicking and screaming, and like they're tying them up and throwing them into the skiff and all this stuff, and these people are just freaking out.
That is not a pretty sight.
No, it's not, and that's exactly what you guys would be if you didn't have these things. It's just past this village.
And you pass them, you see like some of them like shout like look, we should get them, and they just kind of like start running a little bit towards you. What do you guys
We
do?
keep going. We're
Really?
going
Speed up.
much faster.
So you speed up.
Do we not have time to help them?
There's nothing we can do until we fix the problem, which apparently the Owl Man says was foreseen. So let's just go
I
do
do
this
agree.
thing.
Fixing the problem would be much more efficient.
Come on, guys, we got this. We got this.
All right. Pushing onward, they kind of like fall away. They don't follow too long, and then they give up. Then you're about to approaching the point in which you would probably tie up the skiff.
Okay, guys. It's getting pretty close. Okay, we should probably pull over right now.
Alright.
The chain, it basically is like a very, very skinny chain that you can link around a lot of different kinds of trees or anything. Then as soon as you connect it, it produces like a thicker energy chain almost around it, like kind of binding it more to the object.
Cool.
Sweet. Okay. We're just gonna have to head down this way. It's gonna be a little trek through the woods. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
Alright.
I'm gonna start
Alright.
leading the way.
All right. You remember the path relatively easily, as you get closer, you feel the object much stronger, and you're even more certain about where it is. And then all of you approach what looks to be just this towering 50-foot wall of this really deep and dark emeralds as they like just layer around this place, and you see off in the distance two points of it stretch out and almost go to the very top, and like it's forming this dome, just two singular like pillars of it.
Now I know emeralds are expensive, but this has gotta, or cheap, but this has gotta be very expensive to make this.
Welcome, everybody, to the place I can't get into. This wall thing.
And what makes you so sure that we can get into it?
Well, I've seen from a distance guards being able to get in and out somehow through some sequence, and I don't know how they do it. I've come here so many times, and I've tried figuring it out myself, and there's lots of pieces that I just don't understand. So, I was hoping a detective might be able to help me out. Get what I'm saying? And if this doesn't work, then this was all for nothing. So, please help me.
So, where do we begin? Where are the sequences?
Well, come over here. And I kind of show him over to where I know that some things have happened before. I just don't know why.
All right. So why don't you make a perception check?
21.
All right. So walking over here, something you notice is that there's these patterns repeating on the wall. And then at this certain point that L takes you to, the pattern stops for like almost 10 feet across. And then the pattern continues on the other side.
How long does the pattern go? So it's segmented patterns?
Yes, it looks like it's a repeating pattern all along potentially the entire wall.
And they don't look like buttons or anything? Or?
They don't appear to be any kind of button.
Do they look like words? Anything familiar from where we were in the ship by chance?
I'm not sure if they look exactly like words. Definitely not in a common tongue. But you have seen symbols like this before. There's even similar ones on your skiff. Alright, so seeing the pattern before you, there is only one, sort of inconsistency with it. After the pattern repeats twice on each side of the part where it looks like they would enter, there is a circular engraving in the wall. And that never seems to be repeated again.
Is that the door or something?
I think so. I don't actually know.
So it's not where it looked like to you that they entered.
Okay, so
they're on so the place where you think the door is, there is the pattern repeats, or the pattern happens, then it repeats once more, and then you see those symbols on both other sides of it. So that's where you see the symbols that don't repeat.
So yeah, door there, then I don't really know anything else.
So there's 2 circles on each side.
Yes. They're not completely to the sides of the
there's
entire
one circle
gate.
on each side.
Yeah.
Yes, there's one on each side, sorry, yes.
2 circles total.
Yep.
How many guards are here when this door opens?
Well,
Seeing as they probably can't stay here very long.
I think it's
you might be
usually
kinda in
a
the
group
clear.
of I don't know, 10-ish at a time.
You think maybe those buttons, 2 people go on the side of them and then it opens the door?
That's
I
right.
have no idea. I could give it a shot. I don't even know if they're buttons.
Neither do I, but it's the only scary thing here.
Older, you want to take one?
Yeah, I walk over to one.
I also did notice that this language is fairly similar to whatever the inscriptions on our skiff is.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I
I
wasn't
didn't
100%
realize
sure
that,
about
yeah.
that, but I walk over to one of the circles and I try poking at it.
It doesn't appear to do anything. It doesn't appear to move or anything.
I put my
press
hand
it
on
in
it.
hard.
You both press it in
Yeah.
around the same time?
Yeah.
Alright, nothing seems to happen.
Is there any way I could try to infuse this with any primordial
You
energy?
can certainly try.
I certainly try.
What kind of energy?
Earth.
So you just put some earth into it?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you project, like, try to, like, give it some energy, you do see something does react.
Well, like, does it go very far?
It like, kind of shoots through it a little bit, yeah.
Hey, try putting in some of that soul
They yell
energy.
louder than that. He's on the other side of it.
Try putting in some of that soul energy of yours.
Okay. Let me.
Where are you right now?
I
Just
put in more.
Just in the middle.
in the middle
Yeah,
of them?
I put in more earth energy.
You probably have to
kinda
relay the message to to the other one, to L, because I mean you guys are a pretty good distance apart from each other. Like probably like the two of you at least, probably like almost 300 feet apart. So that's how far off in the sides they are.
So this is a big
these
wall.
are patterns repeat go for a while before repeating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll give it a
So are you
shot.
still putting in some energy? All right. If you've
yeah.
kind of been constant this whole time, I will take 5% exhaustion off
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I just try infusing it with some soul energy.
All right. When that happens, you see your energy kind of shoot through the wall, and then Detective Spade, you see the door lift up as it goes up about like 15 feet and stays there, seemingly.
Hey, the door's open!
Dude, that was way easier than I thought it'd be. And I stop and I start walking over there.
All right, you stop.
Yep.
All right, you see the door.
I try and slide under.
All right, make a dexterity or acrobatics probably.
What's that?
18.
18. All right, yeah, you slide right under. As soon as it hit the ground, you see like the energy of there's actually a complete dome covering this area, and it's kind of wrapping around you. And you also, the sounds in here is completely different. It's almost like you can't hear anything from outside the dome. And everything just seems like abnormally quiet in here.
And I walk over to where he should be. I'm like, what happened? Wait, did that close? Dude, no!
I walk over toward Ellen's phone. Well, now, what do we do? Hope that he has a button on the inside and lets us in?
Right? Yeah, I don't even know. Here, you should try and... You know, you're big. Try and, like, push the door
You
up.
know how heavy this thing is?
No. Because I've never tried.
I can try it.
Yeah, I think you should.
Just gonna try to raw strength lift up the gate.
Yeah.
Okay, make an athletics check.
18.
All right, taking it, you see like it kind of shakes the door a little bit, but it doesn't really budge.
This thing is not moving.
Dude, you just gotta put more oomph into it. Come on, man. Just keep going.
No.
Well, how are we supposed to get in there?
I have no idea.
I try, like, knocking on the wall.
All right, you knock on the wall. What are you doing inside?
It's not like dark or anything. It was just a wall. It's like daytime. Yep. Okay. Is there anything that appears to be abnormal, or like there's more
Make a
circles on the
perception
wall? 16.
You see, basically in very similar locations on this side of the wall, the same circles.
There's Is there any like anything in here that could possibly produce energy that could fill the circles without me having to?
Why don't you make an investigation check?
21.
All right, looking around like the basic parts of this, what looks to be, now that you're inside the wall, it looks like you're in an abandoned village. Looking around some of the different various houses and things, you do see towards the middle there are these two pillars that are comprised of this purple crystalline substance that is producing energy. In fact, some of them are even shooting towards the dome itself and shooting upwards. That's the closest thing to producing energy that you find in this village.
What else do I see around?
Lots of broken homes. You see there's like a mound of that same emerald material kind of like jutting out from the wall. It's just like a big mound of it.
I'll walk up to the purple crystals.
Alright.
Can I take them? There's two of them, or how many are there?
So then they're big. They're like pretty big pillar ones. There's two of them. Pretty much in the center of town.
Is there any like smaller pieces that I could try and pick up and take off or chip
Not
away?
that you see, but I mean, it looks not like the strongest material. In theory, it could break.
I'll try and chip away at it.
Alright,
And while he's doing that, I'm going to walk back over by my circle and try just throwing a soul knife in it and see if that works. And see if it even sticks to the wall or does anything.
throwing the knife in there, it does hold, but it's like draining the knife, and you know you have limited time, but it does actually activate the circle.
Huh. Boulder, you think that I can be accurate with a soul knife up to 150 feet?
Probably not. I mean, how am I supposed to know?
The wall curves. You have to throw it around the wall.
Hey, if I use a playing card, I might be able to do it.
It's a possibility. You could certainly try.
Don't like my chances with that. Boulder, any ideas?
I say we wait for a while.
I don't like waiting.
Too bad.
Dumb. I just kick it.
And you see this entire time the soul knife is still in there and producing energy. It is getting less, but it's still there. It's been about a minute that it's lasted so far.
That sounds like enough time.
Boulder, this might actually work. Weirdly enough.
So you try to chip away at the crystal.
All right.
Do you have a knife or anything on you?
Yeah, I have a small
All right. Why don't you just make a intelligence check just to kind of see how you can delicately take this off without hurting yourself.
16.
All right. You kind of go for the outside. You just don't really make complete contact with the crystal as it is producing energy actively and chipping a piece off. It does fall, and the crystal stays. And it still seems to be producing energy, and this one is producing energy on its own as well, this piece of the crystal.
Alright. I try to take another piece of the... I take another chunk off.
Alright. Make another roll for that. And what are you guys doing now?
I am now attempting the whole stab and sprint. So
Yeah.
So you
I made my way. I made my way
run
over.
or in the other one, try and run back to the middle.
So you want to hit both of them and run back?
Oh.
Yeah.
Boulder, so are you just staying at the gate then, pretty much?
Yeah.
Boulder, if the thing starts opening and then it starts coming back down, just hold it up for me until I get there.
I can try, but it might crush me.
Well, if it's gonna crush you, obviously move. But if you can hold it for a bit, just do that.
All right.
Better be fast.
Why don't you make a roll to see how well you can throw this at these points and make it back?
Please, baby. A 3. But it's the best 3 I've ever had.
Okay, well, you're using your knives. I'll allow advantage.
Yeah, baby.
No, that's not re-roll.
5.
That's add this.
Yeah, you had that.
4.
4.
Okay, so you throw the knife in the first point. It activates. You're booking it. You trip over a log. Like you just eat grass. All right, but then you get back up. You're like, I got this still. And you run. You throw it into the other side, and then Boulder. You do see the gate lift up 5, 6, and it's. What are you doing?
I attempt to catch it and keep pushing it up with it.
All right, make a strength athletics check.
9.
With advantage?
Yeah.
8
8 and 1.
Don't worry, I got this.
Okay, so Boulder, you get under there. You are holding it. But you are getting lower.
You better hurry.
I'm running as fast as I can!
Alright, make another roll. Okay, Detective Spade, you do now see this happening. Are you going to try to do anything to assist them?
That's a 3.
Oh my goodness, dude.
I try yelling.
Wait. Is it acrobatics?
Sure.
I'm gonna get 4, 7.
Okay, as you're still getting far away, and sorry, you're not getting far away. You're getting closer, but you're still very far away, and trying to make it back. Boulder, you don't know if you're gonna make it. And
Sorry, dude, you're not coming in with me.
All right, which way are you going? Are you?
I'm going inside.
You're going inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
The one person that wants
just
to get
as
inside.
how far away am I? Like, am I actually
Probably
somewhat close?
Like 50 feet, maybe.
Get a phase shift.
I'm thinking about it. So I'd have to do.
It's a shame because I know
5,
what you're
10,
doing. It's about
15,
to open.
25%
It should open the door.
exhaustion. I can do that.
25%.
Yeah, I phase shift and I just book it. And I'd like
Yeah,
slide
being the
under.
phase this long, it does cause a little bit of physical pain as well. Yeah, but you, as Boulder kind of starts going, you barely phase out in front of him, and he lets it go. Alright, you are all now in the zone. You can move your characters to that side of the wall if you.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, I made it. Oh.
Well,
I don't know where I am compared to them, but
You did see as the gate came back down, especially you, Detective Spade. Right away, you noticed that pile of like more of those emeralds shifted over.
Oh.
hey, you guys know that if you would have waited probably an extra 5 minutes, I'd have been able to get you guys in without any trouble.
and that's why I told you to wait.
What?
You just have to be patient.
Dude, I didn't know if I was ever gonna make it.
Whatever, let's just
Dude, I just
search this
I
area.
ran my butt off. Okay.
I take the crystals that I chopped and just put them in my bag just in case.
Okay. Easy enough to do.
So is your item here or?
You do feel.
It's definitely here. I just don't know where. Okay, it gets me in the vicinity. It's
Why-
like a feeling, but I don't know where that feeling actually is within this area as far as I can tell.
So during your investigation of the area, you did notice there was a very strange looking object under some of the broken down buildings. It stood out to you because it was extra shiny, but it looked almost just like an ellipse shape, but just kind of like some not quite full orb, but it's just like a stretched out orb almost.
Hey guys, over here, there's something sticking out of the rubble.
Alright, I walk on over and I'm like, what in the world is this place? And why is this here?
Couldn't tell you.
What happened here? What is all this destroyed stuff?
Something that does stand out to you is you notice that another thing that's giving off some energy is a little bit further off. Is this? It looked like it's one of the obelisks, and these are things you've seen all throughout Lantheon. They're placed like relatively like all over the entire nation, and the reason is it helps repel monsters. They say it allows it produces a sound or frequency that just basically freaks out monsters, and so it pushes them away, it keeps them out of civilization. This one is broken, and there's energy sparking from it, and it is like knocked over.
Huh.
And that is like probably the most the next most eye-catching thing other than those crystals in the center.
Never seen this before. My goodness. What happened?
Well,
Yeah, you've
that's
never
down.
seen one
That
of the
means
obelisks broken before.
This force is probably either very dangerous or going to be very dangerous.
Oh man, my goodness. Where was that thing you found?
Right here.
Walk over
Can I
there.
try and like push stuff out of the way so it becomes more visible?
Yep. Yeah, easy enough. You push some of the rocks away. You see it now. It's like this like almost white. You can't tell if it's metal or what it exactly is, but just like this long ellipse-shaped object.
Can I'm gonna try and pick it up, or is it too big?
No, it's like this big in your hand. So, yeah, you can pick it up pretty easily.
It's this.
Do I recognize it?
Yeah.
That thing?
Yeah.
Dude! That's it!
What is it?
That's what I came here for! Dude! Oh! Yes!
What?
I like run over it and I like grab it. I'm like, oh!
Well,
Oh.
now we got the bigger problem.
Oh,
which is
finally.
we gotta save
Oh.
these people.
This is like a family heirloom, basically. It's something that has, been passed down for generations. It's all I've left of my old life, I guess.
What is it?
To be honest, I actually don't know myself. But, like,
So we went for an item that you don't even know what it is.
look, okay? It's the only thing I have left of my former life. And it was given to me at a young age. And that's all I know. And, like, I have a connection with it. And it kept calling me. So I had to find it.
Alright, well, anyways, next
finally.
issue,
Whew.
we gotta figure out this disturbance with this toxic material or whatever the captain called it.
Well, my guess is it probably has something to do with that. Pointing at the destroyed obelisk. Never
It
seen that one
does
before.
look-
And you see, like every now and
Promising.
then, energy from it like arcs out. And even though these obelisks are like they're always made of emerald, it's like some of the energy sparks are green, like right around it. But whenever it arcs out, it's always this purple energy, and it actually shoots up at the barrier, and you see like the barrier like absorb the impacts, almost like it's trying to escape out of the barrier.
Dude, what in the world is this thing?
I don't know, but we probably gotta fix that. Or at least stop that.
How
Purple
are we
energy.
supposed to fix this? This looks like a disaster.
Let's just figure it out.
Well, detective,
Alright, so
do we have any leads?
Why don't all of you kind of just make an intelligence check, just see what you guys can come up with in this thing.
I got a 13.
Got a 4.
Makes sense.
I got a 16.
Above mildly intelligent.
So, Boulder, you really you're like maybe
I don't know. This
hit
is out
it,
of my
but, L, you notice that the arcs of energy happen about every few minutes, and when they're not shooting out, you see like the bottom of it kind of glows more. But that's really, it's not like you were able to figure out what to do about this, but you did observe some of the behavior of that.
I'm just gonna walk up next to the bottom of it.
You observe the same thing. You also noticed when it comes back into the base, there's several cracks along the base that looks like they go deep into the obelisk itself, and like you almost see what looks to be like energy kind of leaking out of it. It does look like if anything would be unstable or perhaps even explosive, it would be those.
I'm just observing the base, and I'm like, just seeing if there's anything interesting about it. And I'm
Yeah,
kinda
looking
kicking
closer,
at
you
it.
do see those slots as well that are kind of like cut into the. It looks like almost cut in. It doesn't seem like it just cracked even necessarily. It looks almost like it was cut into the base of it.
So is there like an energy at the base of it?
It's glowing right now because there's no energy arcing out. Yeah.
What's in there? What do they keep under this stuff?
I don't know, but there has to be a way to mend this crystal.
What if we just fill up the cracks with some rubble?
That seems
would
like
help.
a really temporary solution that would not really do much.
You never know. Let's see here. Maybe I should take a look around the village, see if I can find any other clues.
You also notice the pile of those emeralds at the beginning is now in the middle of the town.
So it's definitely moving.
Very close to you. Yes, it just looks like a pile of dark, deep emeralds sitting in the middle of town.
Was that always this close?
No, they're definitely moving. I wonder if we can move them to this obelisk, if it'll help in any way.
Are you sure it's not trying to eat us?
Why would it be? They're rocks.
Are you
That's a
sure?
good point. I wonder if they can fill the cracks, so to speak.
That might be better than dirt.
True. Is it juicy? Is it liquid? Or is it just a rock? And how is it moving?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
What do you
maybe-
guys do?
Let's
I just
stand-
turn around and start watching what it does.
Let's stand on the other side of the obelisk and maybe it will come around it.
Are you guys all looking at it?
Yeah.
You don't see it move at all.
Maybe we should get a little closer and have a look at this.
Yeah, well maybe we should coax it over to the obelisk, you know, go on the other side of it. Try and get it to...
Try it. See
Look,
if
I
it
don't know what that is, and I don't really want to touch it.
You ever notice that it doesn't move when we're looking at it either?
What if we all turn around for just about 10 seconds and see if it changes location?
I think that's a great
Worth
idea.
a try.
Let's get a little further away, maybe.
No, I just turn around.
You guys just turn around for a little bit?
Yeah.
I turn around and I'm walking the other way a little.
Alright.
I'm just like listening very closely.
You do hear a little.
After
Where is
about
it?
like 10 to 15 seconds, I turn back around.
It's about 20 feet closer.
that
It
thing's
moved again.
definitely moving.
Alright, so what if we just get behind the obelisk and just turn around until we hear it get super close to us?
Yeah,
I think that's
let's
a
do
great
that.
idea. I think that's a great idea. I don't know what this thing is, but I also don't want to get that close. It's a little sketchy.
Yeah, I also don't know
So,
why
what's
it's
your guys'
not
plan here?
moving.
We're gonna go on the opposite side of the obelisk from this pile of gems and try to get the gems to come after us and cover the holes of the obelisk.
Yeah, we're gonna turn around behind the obelisk.
Alright. So. You hear more rumbling, and then you just kind of hear it stop.
Where is it when we turn around?
It's about 30 feet away from the obelisk, but it's much closer now.
Does it not want to come closer to this?
I don't know. Let's give it a
Let's
little
turn
more
back
time.
around. Yeah, we'll see if it moves again. Does it stop again?
It's like 20 feet closer, or sorry, 10 feet closer, but that's it.
Alright, let's
turn
let's
back.
turn around.
Let's keep it getting closer.
This time, as I hear it moving, can I quickly try and look and see if I can see it.
So, as you hear a little bit of it, here, try to make a perception check, see if you can catch a glimpse.
10.
You barely see what looks to be the form of limbs arching
it's
forward,
trying to eat
and
us.
then it like does this.
Now, I don't want to alarm you all, but this thing definitely is walking towards us.
So I was right, basically.
No.
It is trying to eat us.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I saw limbs.
Oh.
So,
come on.
I don't. We probably.
Why don't you guys move yourselves a little bit more towards the center of this, because you guys would be past the obelisk, so we'll just say you're about in this general vicinity.
What if we throw something at it and see if it reacts?
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, but okay. Shouldn't we still try and see if our original plan will work?
Yeah, but I don't want to. Okay, but let's move further away then.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
like
like a
that.
plan.
So you guys just move farther away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching it while I'm walking forward.
Alright, it does move about 15
While I'm
feet.
watching it?
Yes. It moves
Oh.
about 15 feet closer, and when you see it move, it doesn't look at you, almost like it doesn't realize you're watching it, and then you see it get up, and it has definitely arms and legs and a face.
So how big is this gem
standing
pile?
up straight? He's probably 10 feet tall.
Wait, he stands? He's not four-legged?
No, he stands. He stands, and he's got just stubby legs, and just these stubby stone gem arms, and like a gem face. He kind of hunches, but it looks like he is probably 8 feet tall, 8 to 10 feet tall.
He's short.
Yeah, he's short compared to you. Yeah. He's not as tall as you, but he's thick with gems. He's just a dense gem man.
Did he reach the obelisk?
Yes, he's sitting on top of it right now.
Does it look like it's helping?
It's right now. The energy's in the base.
All right, let's. I
Alright,
turn
let's just
around
all
and
look
make
at
it
him.
very known that I'm looking at him. I say we.
Man, you
see
see
it
that
kind
big?
of curls down.
I say
See
we.
that big
leave
gem
it
over
there
there?
until.
Wow, he looks so massive.
Okay, stop talking. Hey, I say.
He stays.
I say we just watch it until the next purple energy strike comes up.
If the next purple energy strike comes up.
And then you see the energy in the base just kind of dissipates.
Oh.
Oh.
And then you see that the gem creature on top, and now the emerald of his gems start to turn purple.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
No, it's good. It's absorbing the pollution.
As it gets up, and you see it absorbs the base entirely, and actually it looks like it gained 2 extra feet of height. And its arms get longer and bigger.
Well, it's worth a shot. Let's take down this golem thing.
Oh no.
The creature now sees all of you, and it's what look to be stubby little gem fingers. They're now are these long, sharp claws.
We should fought it right away.
As he leaps at all of you. What are you guys doing?
I'm
Dodge
trying to roll out of the way.
Guy phase shift into a building.
All right, so all of
Just
you
dodge like a
both of
normal
you roll
person.
for your dodge.
I got a 10.
And I got an 11.
All right, you guys both do dodge it, and you instantly phase shift out of there.
Hey,
As
which way are you dodging?
To the left.
I was gonna do that
and
right.
he's going after. He looks like he sees you, Boulder, and he's running at you. What are you doing?
I take out my sword and I try to whack him.
All right, roll for your attack.
Do I get advantage on attack rolls?
No.
Oh, 8.
All right.
But he is running right into
Yes.
it, right?
You still do make contact, and you see that the purple glow, like purple glow, kind of comes from this place you hit, and as you now see where you hit him, but it doesn't look like it slowed him down a lot, but you definitely see the mark where you hit him, and he's going in for another strike.
Well,
again.
as he's like kind of opening himself up, I also try to go to kick him back.
All right, just pure muscle there. Go make a roll.
I'm in a building, by the way.
Which building?
Just a building on the side.
I don't think my
Closest
kick
to me.
does a whole lot. I rolled a 5.
Yep.
All right. So what did you say? What did you do? Which
5.
roll? 5. Yeah. You kind of like just kick rock, and it's like you didn't feel like you did anything there. But he comes in with the claws as they strike across. Luckily, your armor is definitely helpful, but it got into between your armor plates at one area, like one of the thumbs of his claws got in there, and stabs across right under your arm.
And as he's stabbing me, I grab his arm to try to hold him there and go to sever said arm.
All right, you see, you actually got him in a pretty good lock there. He's not able to move very well, but he's very antsy. He's scratching at things around him.
While this is happening, I'm actually exiting the building out the side and then going around behind him, drawing out my spiritual weapon and turning into a giant katana once more and trying to run up and stab him in the back.
So, yeah, you can probably get there. He takes up a little bit more than just one space. He's probably takes up almost 4 spaces at a time. It's a big boy.
Big boy.
All right, make your attack roll. As he's pinned, he does not turn around at all. He's not looking at you at all.
That's an 18.
All right, easy. He just slice right across, and you see several of the rocks actually fall off of him, and they turn back into an emerald stone, and slicing all the way down. And he's slashing angrily backwards. He almost is reaching you. Why don't you just make a dodge?
Trying to jump away. I got a 10.
You do not dodge actually, as the claws go right, his arm seems to almost dislocate as they go right into your chest. All 4 claws just, and he pulls you forward and throws you.
How does my arm
So
severing
you're actually now
go?
here, knocked prone.
How does my arm severing go?
Make another. Did you make a roll for it?
I just did. I got a 12.
12. You're chipping through rock here, so not very effective.
Alright, well then, since I see this is not going as planned, I let go and infuse my blade with the lightning bolt and hit him with it as it calls lightning down onto him.
You see, he kind of tries to block a little bit and then go ahead and roll.
I got a 4.
Well, luckily the lightning still hit him good. He blocked most of the hit of your sword.
Okay.
But the lightning came through, and you see for a moment he almost flickers back to green. But then purple again as he runs at you again. Detective Spade, what are you doing?
I'm gonna draw my pistol and just try and create a distraction for them to sort of lead them away.
You see he actually stumbles over the obelisk and falls over, kind of getting back up, and almost seems to slow him down for a moment. Then you just shooting him with the pistol.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Nice. Where are you aiming?
Straight for the dome.
The head. All right. So you see him start to kind of get back up as you're settling. You took your time. You've been analyzing his movements as you see the round fly as he kind of looks towards you between the eyes. You just see the bullet go straight through his head. As he still goes,
It didn't
but
seem that
he
much
has
of a brain there.
Yeah, he has a hole in his head now, and it looks like there's energy kind of sparking through it, and in fact but it's like fizzling out as you see the entire thing that looked like his head just kind of rolled off. As he's going after Boulder again.
I just try to go into more of like a defensive position. I'm like blocking with my really heavy blade.
Roll for that. And then what are you doing?
17.
What's my physical condition?
You're nearing
Looking
critical.
down,
You're nearing
like-
critical. Oddly enough, the stabs they seemed at first like they were physical, but like it left more like energy wounds in you, and they kind of cauterize very quickly. So you're not actively bleeding out.
But it's still very painful.
Yes, it definitely pierced your skin in multiple locations. Doesn't seem to have punctured a vital organ though.
I redraw my blade once more and I start running at him again, hoping to catch him off guard.
Alright, sorry, what is your roll for defense?
17.
Alright, you do actually block all his attacks. As he's coming in like just wildly and angrily, it's predictable. It's easy. You're just you stay focused and calm, and you're just blocking. And you see he's actually like you're cutting up his hands, and like at one point one of the fingers just flew off from.
While
side.
he's going at me, I'm just like starting to infuse my blade with like a lightning pulse, just dulling his senses once he hits it, because I saw him flickering, so I'm seeing if he'll go back to green.
I'm gonna try and hit the same arm that Boulder was trying to
Alright, go
chop
for
into. A 1.
Okay,
One good shot, one
Boulder,
bad.
make a roll.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Roll high. Nat 20.
Okay, right past your eyes shoots a bullet from Detective Spade, as he definitely missed the goal.
I don't even look toward him though. I just like keep on defending.
All right, and you said you're applying like a thunder wave, or
Thunder pulse.
thunder pulse to the blade. Okay, why don't you make another roll for that?
Nat 20. That's a 6.
All right, that's actually enough. Like as he's pounding, and then now you're coming in with your blade.
Yep, I'm trying to
So
come
is
in
he
from
flickering back green while
Yeah,
this
he
is
does
happening?
flicker a few times. Yes.
I'm trying to come back in with from behind and swipe up, like cutting off his leg or at least severing part of it.
Go for it. Make a roll.
And it's a 5.
All right,
be severing my
that is
leg.
actually enough because as he's going, he's being zapped completely. He's actually like so disoriented. He's like slashing at himself, and you see like chunks of the rock himself falling apart. And you're going for his leg, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you go for it, clean off. The leg just falls off as he's crumbling in the ground. He's like reaching out, and you see all the rocks fall apart.
I didn't like that battle. It seemed like his, whatever creature that was, personality was not normal. Even if he was going after us originally, whatever that purple stuff is really made him act out.
You do notice, turning back to the obelisk, the base is basically completely gone as it was absorbed into him. And the rest of the obelisk looks dark.
So there's no more purple energy spiking
No.
up? And what was making that force field around
the
this place?
two crystals in the center.
Okay.
At least seemingly.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, it looks like we won that battle, but
what
Are
in the world
you-
happened to the obelisk?
I don't know. Looked like this guy absorbed it or something. but-
Okay, but shouldn't that energy be in this dude then?
Well, we just killed him, so.
I start kind of walking closer to the remnants.
You do see like sparks of energy kind of coming out of it, and then you see them sparking into the ground as they slowly just fizzles out.
Well, when do you guys take off your things?
Alright, take it off.
Okay, pressing the middle, it just kind of falls off. Seemingly no difference.
I don't feel anything different.
Well, maybe we did it then.
We're also in a place with a barrier, so we should probably head out before we decide that.
And looking towards where the golem was, you see he was right up against the wall initially, and there's this crack in the wall.
Okay.
That was like that.
That's convenient.
It was like decently. It wasn't like big enough where he could come through it, but it was like still almost enough for a person to fall to go in. Definitely not a giant,
Okay.
but almost enough for a skinny person to go through.
Oh my
Maybe.
goodness, that wasn't there before. At least not that I was aware of.
Detective Spade, you said you had a way to open the door earlier.
I do.
Should we try that out then? So I don't see much else in here that needs any sort of inspecting.
If I
Also-
get through the crack, does it just lead to the, outside the wall?
It looks like it would, if you could squeeze through.
Also, are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Totally.
I try rummaging through some of my stuff. Here, try this. It might help. Just eat it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's a little sus, man.
It looks disgusting, but I promise it'll take an edge off.
The wounds kind of close up a little bit. You feel the pain, but they close up.
Man, what is that stuff?
Failed science experiment.
Well, it works, kinda. It's nasty.
All right. Well, we'll have to see you guys get out of this wall next week.
Oh,
To pick up then. All right. Thank you for watching Masters and Martyrs. Comment below your favorite part of the story, which part you were on the edge of your seat the most, or anything that stood out to you. And like and subscribe. Thank you, Sirenscape, for the music of the session. And we hope to see you next week.